it's down because it's humiliating, but I'm gonna share it anyway because this world is so cruel. I was heading out with my husband, like a last minute. He wanted to go out to eat. I'm like, yeah, let's go. When I was getting out the car, I dropped my phone. I turned around. My husband had walked a little bit ahead of me because he had made the reservation. And when he walked ahead of me, I saw him like stop dead in his tracks. He looked at the door, towards the door, and he looked at me. And he looked towards the door, and I noticed something was going on because he looked back towards the door, but it was like nothing but anger that showed in his face. And I was like, oh my goodness, like trying to figure out what's going on. So I grabbed my phone and I walked towards him. But by the time I get to him, nothing's being said. It's quiet. There's a group of gentlemen and a lady standing right there, and I noticed that my husband stood right in front of me. Nothing was said. We ate. He kept his eyes on me. He said a few things, but not much. As we were leaving, I said, "Well, what's going on, honey?" He said, "When you dropped your phone, the gentlemen that were right there started like making jokes about you to their friends, to everybody that was sitting there." And he was like, and they didn't stop until he turned around and looked, and then they realized that you were with me. And he was like, and I just stood there. And I knew at that moment what he was saying to me. He stood there, he gave them a look, they gave each other looks, and he was letting him know that he wanted to be played with, and they were probably just, and then by the time I got to him, it was quiet. But it broke my heart because I don't bother nobody. I don't bother anybody. I say to myself, I'm a very loving person. I have a heart that's so full. And it's always somewhere that I go where people are trying to make fun of me or make me feel small, maybe because I'm bigger, whatever the case may be. But I didn't even understand it. And I kept thinking in my mind that I don't want to put my husband in these awkward positions where he feels, well, not feels, he's going to protect me. He's not going to allow anyone to disrespect me or to treat me badly. But I also be thinking about the world that we're in. Why are people like that? If you notice, people are making videos of people when they're not even looking. They're posting people and to humiliate them. And everybody isn't to be played with like that. Do you realize that somebody out there, these girls that you're posting, when I was in the gym that day and the young kids kept trying to make a video, do you realize that, I got a husband that is not about to take that lightly? I don't understand why people are doing these things to create such hostile environments when you could just be nice to people. You could just be kind. You could just be kind. In a world full of people trying to make everybody feel small, just choose to be someone different. Choose to be different than that.